Welcome to the channel where we make the optimal, probable, and show you how to become OP. My name is Daniel, and typically on this channel we show ways to better yourself. But for the next few weeks, we're going to show how to better your Halloween experience. So let's begin the Spooky series. Hiya persons, and welcome to our first entry to Spooky season. I'm going to be your host, Joe Bob Dan, introducing my co-host ghost, Spooky Binx. Ooh. Now ain't that just terrifying?
I'm Spooky Binx. Dan, don't be afraid. It's me, Binx.
I know it's you, but you have to stay in character. You gotta be spooky.
Oh. Ooh.
Now that right there is pure nightmare fuel. Something you should know about me. I can always talk about food, I can always talk about fitness, and I can always talk about film. And since this is Binx's first Halloween, I'm going to introduce him to the same things I was introduced to so he can appreciate the holiday just like me. It is definitely Javi friendly.
Number 10.
They don't talk about it much in Whoville, but before he stole Christmas, the Grinch haunted Halloween.
When you think of the Grinch, you don't think of Halloween. You think of the Christmas special. But there is a Halloween special with the Grinch, and it's dark, it's twisted, it's fun. It used to come on TNT for Monster Vision, hosted by Joe Bob Briggs. I used to love watching this as a kid. Dan, he's a dapper dresser. He sure is, Binx. You're not going to really find this in particular special anywhere, but I will leave a link in the description so you can watch this anytime you want on YouTube.
Number 9.
Catchy beginning. First, that Emmy-winning Fat Cat hits the trick-or-treat trail. I'm no scared.
The big competition was always Charlie Brown and Garfield when it came to the holiday specials. But I am more partial to this one. It's a little twisted, it's a little dark, and it has some catchy songs.
Thing I'm not is a scaredy cat.
And when it gets towards the end, it becomes Garfield and Odie versus the fog. I love it. It's a great way to kill 20 minutes. This will also have a link in the description so you can watch it on YouTube as well.
Don't worry that they know where we are. Not there, dummy.
Number 8.
Return to Oz. Oh, I love this one. It's a dark and twisted sequel to The Wizard of Oz. You get to meet new friends, new characters. One of them is actually the inspiration of this in particular Halloween character.
I am the Pumpkin King!
And you get to meet new villains, and they're really dark and twisted and creepy. I really enjoyed growing up watching this. It's a good time. It's a lot of practical effects. The stop motion is fantastic, and the actress who plays Dorothy, I always butcher her name, so I'm going to say the girl from The Water Boy, and later on she becomes the witch in the craft. I like to make believe that somehow, someway, Dorothy ended up becoming a witch. As they say,
either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Number 7.
Frighteners with Michael J. Fox. This is a good popcorn flick. It's Michael J. Fox. He's a con artist that's a sidekick, and he works with these ghosts to swindle money out of people. And then down the line, death comes and is killing people and ghosts, and they have to figure out how to beat death. This one is very, very fun. It was supposed to be a Tales from the Crypt movie, but I guess something happened and it just didn't work out that way. And also, the director of this movie was Peter Jackson. Yes, Peter Jackson, Lord of the Rings. This is a great popcorn flick. It's not too scary, it's fun, and it's lighthearted, but it's definitely for the adults.
Number 6.
13 Ghosts. Pretend this is the girl from American Pie, Monk, Shaggy, and Rod Digga teaming up to fight 13 ghosts in a Rubik's Cube house from hell. It's a very fun popcorn flick. It's a little bit gory. It's always entertaining. There's always something going on. There's something to make you laugh, something to terrify you. There's always something going on. It's definitely not a boring ride. Definitely check this one out.
Number 5.
In the Mouth of Madness. Yes. This has a lot of H.P. Lovecraft feels. If you like stuff like that, I have a sweet spot for that as well. We follow Sam Neill as he's trying to figure out where this author is hiding, and he comes across this crazy town. And as the story evolves, you find out the things that the author is writing, which is horror, is coming to life, and he's just trying to figure out this whole mystery behind it. It's very creepy. I love the imagery. I love the creature effects. This is always something that I put on for the holiday season. I love this movie. Yes, I'm saying I love every single entry on my list. There's a reason it's my list. I love them all.
Number 4.
The Crow. Hear me out. A man comes back from the dead to seek revenge. That sounds like a horror movie to me. I mean, he's like a ghost or a zombie, but he's coming back from the dead to seek revenge. That's a Halloween movie to me. This is one you cannot find on any streaming service. At least I haven't had the luck of finding it, but I can find it on YouTube. This one is really great, and it takes place the day before Halloween, Devil's Night. I love the look of it. The action is good. It just reminds me of the early Tim Burton stuff. It's very tragic what happened to Brandon Lee, but every Halloween season I've put this on and it still looks very, very good. I love the makeup, I love the outfits, it's very grim. It's definitely worth the watch, and if you do want to check it out, it's on YouTube.
Number 3.
Did you know Disney made 2 horror movies? One of them was The Watcher in the Woods, and the other one was this.
Ray Bradbury's Something Wicked This Way Comes is coming closer.
I love this movie. Very atmospheric, very dark. I love the villain in this, which is Jonathan Pryce. He plays Mr. Dark, if that doesn't give away that he's the villain. He does a fantastic job playing the villain. So this is kind of like the story of needful things, that someone grants you wishes or desires, and there's always a dark twist that comes with it. And it's very unfortunate because the 2 horror movies that Disney did do were really good. Unfortunately, you can't find it on any streaming service. You cannot even find it on YouTube. It's considered lost, to be honest. I have the DVD if I want to watch it. You're not going to be able to find this on any streaming service. And it's unfortunate that there's Disney Plus and they're not going to upload it. It is one of their great unspoken films that they have that I feel needs to get the attention that it deserves.
Number 1.
My number 1 are my 2 favorite movies, Trick or Treat and Creepshow. I adore both movies. I mean, with Creepshow, it's written and directed by George Romero, Stephen King, and effects were done by Tom Savini. And then Trick or Treat is like Pulp Fiction meets horror. It's so good. I adore these movies, and I cannot choose between them because I love them so much. With Creepshow, Leslie Nielsen, yes, Naked Gun Guy, plays a villain, and he's fantastic. Stephen King even plays a part, and he does a great job. Oh, it's so good. And I just love the look and the cast in Trick or Treat. It's done very well. And on second viewing, you get to see how those little things connect to all the other stories. It's just so well done. Once Halloween hits, once October hits, these two movies are always on repeat. It's just perfect for the holiday season. Very overlooked. I love now that there is a series for Creepshow, and the son of Stephen King is actually one of the writers for some of the stories, and it's so good. That's on Shudder. It's kind of like the Netflix of horror movies. But no, I love these two movies, and I cannot pick one over the other. They're both my top Halloween choices, hands down. Bonus movie. Haunted Honeymoon. Oh yes, I love this one. We're gonna end this one on a happier note, but unfortunately you cannot find this anywhere. I think the only place you can find it is on possibly DVD. I could be completely wrong, but I love this movie. It's a funny, dark mystery, and the whole cast is A+. But Dom DeLuise,
This house is cursed!
just steals the show, and I love it when actors are having fun and you can tell. This is a real good time, and I adore this movie. I like to call this my care package for Halloween. If you want to get in the mood, this is definitely great recommendations for that. Binx, you ready for some Halloween movies?
I'm ready.
Ooh.